I recently put out a video on the ACSS. I mean, kind of a antagonistic title, as is my nature, when it says ACSS fanboys BTFO, blown the fuck out, is the title of that video. And the comments are interesting. This is where we're kind of engaging, I would say, across different communities. People that follow me are the competitive shooter types, but other people are on YouTube. So let's read some comments. The ACSS reticle is designed for a worst case situation, not so much for well practiced competitors shooting a match. I get it, many of you are flexing that the sight is unneeded and not suitable for your match technique. I'm absolutely sure that due to the nature of your practice and your shooting application, you don't need the 230 MOA circle to find the chevron. You're outstanding when the timer sounds. However, in solving a worst case self defense problem under extreme stress, including having taken hits, everything and everyone moving, friendlies in the picture, too dark to square the box, on the ground where you broke your leg after falling out of your hijacked car, hiding behind a speed bump, etc., etc. That big circle is there for the worst day of your life when your well developed grip and solid index isn't working because you're down to your support hand, which is also missing its thumb, and your dominant eye is full of splinters from a close miss from your friendly neighborhood social club of sociopaths. Why would you not want every advantage, or why would you not want a sight that your spouse could pick up and get hits on the person that sent you on your final trip off of the planet? Yeah, so the reason I don't like the 230 MOA, however many MOA the big circle is around the chevron, is that it's gonna get confused by me. Like me, I would get confused between, like, if I'm looking for color, I'll see that color and think that it might be the red dot in the center, which it's not. So that's why, like, if my index is far enough off, or like I'm gripping the gun dramatically off enough that I even see that circle, then there's a problem. But I'll just key in on the color. That's why. That's why I don't like it. And again, what I said in the video is, like, I haven't seen anybody that I would judge as really good or like accomplished at shooting use one of these things. Not one person. Like, not there's not an exception to this that I've seen. I'm just saying. All right, next comment. Goofballs love goofball reticles. Why anyone thinks they need a chevron on a pistol red dot is beyond me. A chevron makes sense on a rifle that needs a BDC, but it's essentially useless outside of that. I'd really like to pick up a 507 comp, but refuse to do so until they make a model without a bunch of reticles that have no real purpose. You want them to take away the reticles? I mean, I agree with you. I like the red dot, but it is funny that the 507, here's one. The 507 comp has like 20 options or whatever, and I just used the one, just use a red dot. It is funny. All right, 9 out of 10 people I've met at cops that use the Hollow Sun 507 say they're just using the 2 MOA dot and not the circle dot combo. Yeah, exactly. Um, is it possible that Ben is FUD the next generation? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. Um, yeah, the comments on this were, like, let me scroll down. There's some from some big channels. Mr. Guns Gears commented, fair points to my video, especially for people who train or practice regularly, but that might be 5 to 10% of pistol owners, and that's a big might. I don't think it's that many that practice regularly. I don't think it's 5%. I think that's way high. I'd imagine that most come to your classes fit that demographic. Yes, I teach people that want to be good. One anecdotal point is that I've never, literally never, handed a newest shooter a standard dot than an ACSS and had them say they prefer the non-ACSS dot. I imagine it builds confidence for most, and I see no downside to that. Initial benefit most won't see, but is something I like, is under nods, hard to use the body of an optic. Yeah, so he's saying under nods, the ACSS reticle will be better, will help you find the center. It's like, um, now, it's like, let me put it this way. If you think that, here's a good way of putting it. If you think, or if the ACSS reticle, like the 230 MOA circle, is an actual aid to you, like you're drawing the pistol and you like, oh, there's the circle, and then you line it up. Like, I don't think you should carry that gun. I don't think you should. I don't think you're practiced enough with it that you should carry it around, because you're drawing and your index is all effed up anyway. And then you have to mess with the reticle. Like, oh, there's the chevron. Okay, now I want bullets to go there. If that's where you're at, carry something else. That's what I think. Um, Let's go to another comment. This is a good one. Is there any reason anymore to have backup irons? Like, if you're on your personal guns, like that's one thing, but just imagine if you're issuing to an agency, like you have, hundreds of people you're responsible for. Probably you're going to be like, just put the backup irons on there because it can solve a lot of problems for you administratively. Let me put it that way. That's kind of a good way of thinking of it. ACSS reticles, another comment here. ACSS reticles were hyped up by people who spend more time reviewing rather than shooting. A lot of new dot shooters brought them to try to replace building skill via practice and training, and their confirmation bias won't let them admit it's a gimmick. Dot only works just fine. Yeah, so that's a good way of putting it. The ACSS pistol reticle, to me, it's something that kind of like the Mantis computer program trainer stuff. It's like people who don't shoot came up with this. I promise you that. This is an idea from non-shooters, and they're just like trying to make it work. It is like, but it's not the right thing. Um, let's see. Any other interesting comments? People like how I call the CH Precision um, like their knockoff SRO. They love how I call it the Walmart SRO. Yes, I enjoy calling it the Walmart SRO. They sent me that as a reviewer, as a tester, and I reviewed it, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. All right. So yeah, really interesting to see the discussion on the ACSS reticle videos because I think we're kind of crossing the shooting demographics, having a conversation, a larger conversation, and that is good as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, there we go. Hey, the ACSS comments they're going good, and I enjoy the conversation.